It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you can join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Now the starting group for the visitors. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Out of hand on it. Knocks down the 10-footer.
And pro move there, finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
You know, your assumption would be that he'd be at a big disadvantage in that matchup, but you'd be assuming wrong.
And here's the break. All alone, rips down the breakaway slam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Kempton. He had a 15-point outing in their last game again, and that one, good.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Billis on target with his three. Outside, Walker. He trains the quick shot.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Guarded by Walker. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Fires for three. Walker with the rebound. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Poke loose, and so out of bounds it goes. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Kempton. Just 5 on the clock. Got a piece of it.
There we go, foot race.
Basket, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Walker. He had a 21-point outing in their last game again, and it's Kempton missing. Gone 3 of 5, shooting the ball so far. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Lets it go from the wing. No good.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And they're running. A second chance effort, and it's blocked. Out to the right wing. Here's Looney. Who do you think is the best center right now, spacing the floor and also embracing the traditional responsibilities of a center?
Well, I tell you, it wasn't until the playoffs of this past season that I got to see Jokic. My goodness, he is a
Something,
joy
isn't he? Wow.
to watch. His footwork, his shot making, his skill, and I think his passing is probably the best attribute of his game. But I would put him in that category because he can make the deep three. Embiid is streaky from there. In terms of the balanced approach, I think probably you could throw Karl Anthony Towns in that mix.
Good names.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here.
Finally.
Connects from three-point range. So defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
Shocker timeout.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor, as I think you may have seen in years past.
Clark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journey.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
Rosenberg, Martin with the rebound.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
From downtown, they get it again, and he jams it with authority.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And that one misses. No good on the second free throw. And 36% in this first quarter trying to get their bearings. Lee passes to Melton. It's up a three. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And 33% here in the first quarter. To the wing right side. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Damn. Not a good quarter so far.
12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rosenberg, he knocks it down, but wait a minute, the officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
One quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The home team, they're up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Lock at 6. Fires the 3. And it's Melton with the rebound.
They make threes today.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade,
block,
all
though.
fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Top of the key, and Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight, and he makes that one. 6 points for him. So it's the visitors now. It's a 3-point game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Now the pass to Ramsey. Here's Melton, and it's blocked, and they'll keep possession. Gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Feeds it to Sampson. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Floats one. Melton, no good. Gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Sampson, the pass to Barton. Here's Sampson. Here's the 3. Sinks the triple.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Space is important.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Lee.
Where are you going?
5 to shoot. 3-pointer. That shot off. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Fires the 3. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 5th rebound in this one. A 3. Scores the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
And only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Walker with the rebound.
Get that in.
Gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter.
Oh, these guys are going to fight later on in the game.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. A 3-ball. A shot, no good. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Shoots the 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. It's out of bounds.
Yes.
They are saying it was last touch by Lee.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
Guarded by Walker. Knocks it loose. And Walker with a clear path to the hoop. Lays it in off the breakaway. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Lets it go with the 3. It's through for his second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. 1:12 left in the first half of the game. Out to the right wing. Lets it go from deep. No
Stay on
good
your
that
man.
time. shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Billis, covered by Lee. Billis, and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Misses in close. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half.
Oh,
no
you
good
gotta
on the
kidding
quick
me.
three. And the 36% in the night. They've got to step it up offensively. The 11-footer, that one drops for him. He's got 8.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pulls up on the wing. They get it back. Can't connect from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Pass to Clemens. Over to the wing. It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. The home team up by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Taking a look at this home squad. Kenny, what's your take?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the visiting team.
Ernie, they're taking way too many threes. The offense has no rhythm. They need to go back to the drawing board. Maybe try to get a little bit more transition, more of the pick and roll. Anything other than shooting that three. It's not going.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We've got Looney, and it's Kempton in at the 1 spot. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. On the money from 12 feet away.
Look at this dude's hairline.
Kicks to Walker. He can't get that one. Being a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. Shoots it. Can't nail the jumper. Second chance shot. No good on the layup.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
Over to the left wing. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Kempton. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
What the?
Walker with the rebound.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
They're still only
Shot
down
clock
by
at
4.
6. Pass to Kempton for the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Kempton's got 7 points in the game.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. And there's the pass to Sampson. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Banked in off the glass. 5 points in the game. Not quite 2.5 minutes played
Like
here
a
in the
little
second
run
half.
here.
Here's Kempton. Martin defending.
Oh.
He swipe it. One-on-one fast break. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Passes it to Sampson. Shot clock at 5. Right wing. From the top of the key, he buries it. Here's Kempton. He has 7. Over in the corner, Looney. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Turned into me.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's the visitors now. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Sampson's shot, good.
No, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Pass to Lee. To the inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. On Saturday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell. And then on Monday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Both shots good from the stripe. Gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Intercepted. The rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And it's blocked, but they recover it. A 3, 6 on the shot clock. Gets the three-pointer to fall. There's a minute 34 left to play in the third.
That was some no fear shit.
To the middle, and it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter of the game. 6 to shoot. Rosenberg. That one's off. He's made 5 and missed 3 now. Gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third.
No.
One-on-one fast break. It's deflected.
Get it, kid.
51 seconds left in the third quarter.
Oh.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. 40 seconds left in the third. To the right side. Here's Ramsey. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
3 three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
They grab their own miss. Another shot and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Rosenberg.
Oh,
And he slams it one-handed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. The home team up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. He kicks to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. Rosenberg misses the 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
The pass to Richards. Right wing. Money from the wing.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Rosenberg, the layup off target, being a meager 37% for the game. Hillis, covered by Lee, to take the lead, and that one swishes right in.
Putting his height to great use there, feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
And so the timeout by Taylor Jenkins here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thanks, David. Count that one.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker off the left rim and out.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the 4th. A lot of misses, just the one make. Pass to Kempton. Knocked away.
Oh, no.
Lee outside. Ramsey passes to Walker.
No.
No good from outside.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Step back shot. Bullseye. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swinger.
Oh.
Here's Kempton. Can't hit from 12.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
14 feet away.
Yes.
There's the glass that time, and it's good.
That's 10 straight off the mid-range.
I like the Greg. They're picking their spots and finding holes in the middle of that defense to get those shots off. That's excellent discipline on display right there. You know, he's been off tonight, off his game. At this point, he might want to focus on creating for others.
Out of bounds.
And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Guarded by Walker. Knocks down the step back Jay. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure. Trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
And now,
Player of the
a moment
game,
to take
Jonah
a look at
Paris.
Jordan, player of the game.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Looking to get it going. Misses at the rim.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Misses the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Here's Kempton. No good with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Oh, no.
Spiked it away. Looney passes to Kempton. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. And it's off from three-point range. Here's the break. Hillis can't connect from 13 feet out. It's tipped in just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Outside, Walker. They need this one. That one's not going to go.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Oh, no. Pick it up.
6 on the shot clock. Hangs in the air, and that one drops for him.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Basket counts. .34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And so the timeout by Taylor Jenkins.
Final timeout for Wichita State.
Here's Walker. A 3 off the inbound. No good that time.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Hillis. A beautiful reverse layup.
saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
No good. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have
Not a
to
pretty
feel
win,
good
but a
about
win
it.
nonetheless.
Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olden, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.